Aye, Mrs. McClure. I found the perfect place for us to put down the roots and raise our clan in this place called Second Moon Township.
But Mr. McClure, I hear tell there are Indians here over in the area of Gas Valley. A man was even scalped.
Oh, me lass, don't worry. This place along Mill Creek is well protected. And here with the old Bess, I could take care of those renegades. And with the water power along Mill Creek, I could build a mill. And the farmers will pay me to grind their grain and process their wool from their sheep. That way you'll have money to go to the dry goods store in Hookstown and buy yourself some linen for a new dress.
And Mr. McClure, you are a fine miller. Look at the fine grain he produces.
Yeah, look at that.
Lovely cornmeal. And our children will be able to go to a school similar to this one over here. Although it's almost 1812 and there isn't yet a dress store in town.
Have patience, me lass, have patience.
I'm Tom Stevenson. My family come over from Dungan in Ireland. I became a farmer here in Green Township. They said I was successful, but that was debatable at first. Every time I bought a team of horses, one of them would die. Well, then I finally got a team that was a good team, old Bob and Dick, and they could plow a straight line. They could do their job really good. The only thing was, set the taxes so high, I had one heck of a time making ends meet. I had to sack up my oats and haul it all the way down to Steubenville, sell it for 12.5 cents a bushel, get enough money to pay the taxes. And don't ever think your kids are going to help you, because as soon as they grow up, they're gone. My oldest boy's a pilot on a doggone riverboat. Well, anyway, I guess that's better than have to send them off to war.
Green Township sent our fair share of men to fight in the Union Army. By then, we were no strangers to war. We had already sent 2 companies to fight in the War of 1812. On the outset of the American Civil War, the 140th Pennsylvania Regiment was formed in August of 1862. 132 men marched down to Hookstown Church and enlisted in what would be known as the Hookstown Company, or Company H. Those men fought in battles such as Chancellorsville, Gettysburg, and many more. They were even there the day that Robert E. Lee surrendered and ended the war. Although we owe a lot to the folks who stayed back home, the doctors who took care of our families, the postal carriers who delivered our letters back home, even through the foulest of weathers, and of course, the ladies who sent us fruits and jellies and even rolled bandages for the wounded.
Well, we were very glad to roll bandages because it kept us from going to the creek to get the water, and it helped us to get the firewood. We didn't have to do that. We had to do the cooking and the baking and sew some clothes. So come with me to the log cabin and see how they lived in 1812 with the one room, with the open fireplace and cooking. And we're so glad that we could do it, and we're glad the Lord give us the comfort to go through the difficult times that are better now.
My name is Alexander Nickel, and I was a teacher at a one-room schoolhouse. The McClures did move to the area and operate a mill. Later, I even lived in the house that they built. I even taught their grandchildren. The oldest became an attorney. We had many of my students become teachers, doctors, and attorneys. The first minister had a granddaughter, Caroline, who became the first lady of as the first wife of President Benjamin Harrison. Education was important to farmers, that they would even give up land on their farm to build schools.
And my name is Mary Dungan. My husband, Levi, was the first settler in Beaver County. He came out and blazed a tract of 1,000 acres in the Frankfort Springs area by the mineral springs. And in 1789, he sent me by horseback to Philadelphia to make the payment and bring back the patents for the land. They're dated September 1st, 1789. Many of our historical characters will be around the village today, so please take advantage of stopping and talking to them and hearing their story. Visit the buildings and see the way life was in bygone days. Thank you for visiting.